MuleRiderAthletics.com, here with head men's basketball coach Andy Sharpe. Coach, we're talking following a 118-57 win over Champion Baptist non-conference play, but it's not really what we're going to focus on here on this one. More or less a tune-up going into a very important weekend on the road. Your next 4 games in conference play are going to be on the road, going to southwestern Oklahoma, then northwestern Oklahoma, a couple teams that gave you guys a pretty good run the first time through, so you're seeing them the second time. What do you expect in this second matchup?
Yeah, the second time around, everybody knows everyone's plays and players and tendencies and things like that. It's really going to be about how much you've progressed since the last time you saw each other. We saw each other last in November, and that seems like decades ago in basketball years. So, I'm sure both teams have gotten better. I know we have gotten better, and Southwestern sits atop of the standings, and they've got some good pieces. They play really well. Their bench isn't as deep as ours, I don't think. But the 5 guys that play the majority of the minutes are all very good, and they're well coached. So we'll have a stiff test right out of the gate with them. They're playing their second game in their brand new arena, so I'm sure there'll be a good crowd, and we need that type of motivation on the road, not only to play a top team, but if there's a good crowd and it's a Thursday night game, it should be a good environment to play in.
Going back to the past couple of games, there were some very exciting, very thrilling overtime wins at home. You guys, there was some up and downs throughout it, but you guys ultimately came out on top. So, one would think that momentum is definitely in your team's favor. But here's the difficult part in going on the road. We've talked beforehand that picking up a road win, seemingly anywhere, but particularly in this conference, is not an easy thing to do.
Yeah.
So obviously these are very important games. What are you telling your team going into this weekend as far as just playing away from home?
Yeah, we talked a lot about embracing the road, that it's going to be our 10 guys, and we know what we have. We know that we've improved in some areas that we needed to improve upon. We're 3-1 in games decided by 5 or fewer points, which I think is a really important stat when you're coming down to single possessions in games. In basketball, it seems to always come down to single possessions, and when you're 3-1 in those games, you build confidence, and you really need all of that when you're going on the road into hostile environments. Southwestern is number 1, and then you go right to Northwestern, which is one of the most difficult places to play in a conference, I think. And they just beat Southwestern Thursday or Saturday. So, this league is just crazy. The teams that do well in the tournament will all have multiple road wins, and right now we only have 1. And so the next 4 are just opportunities for us to further advance our team and get some momentum, keep that momentum going, but keep building momentum.
We appreciate you very much for your time. Again, the Mule Riders were victorious here in non-conference play. It was 118-57 over Champion Baptist, but looking ahead, very important slate of conference games. The first 2 on the road, Southwestern Oklahoma on Thursday, finishing up with Northwestern Oklahoma on Saturday. Coach, thank you very much.
Thanks.